In this example, we're going to talk about quadratic functions and just its applications. So here's the word problem. The number of abortions in the United States can be modeled by y equal negative 3.588 x squared plus 128.565 x plus 260.579, where x is the number of years after 1970. And y is measured in thousands. So make sure the y is in thousands. Alright, question A. In what year the number of abortions in the USA was maximum? So here we're being asked to find the x coordinate of the vertex. And by definition, the x coordinate is always x equal minus b over 2a. So here's the b, and here is the a. So minus b is 128.565 divided by 2 times a, which is negative 3.588. Make sure you do parentheses here, otherwise you're going to get a wrong number. Now use your calculator. If you do that, you're supposed to get 17.9. Now x is equal to 17.9, and remember x is the number of years after 1970 right here. So the year will be 1970, which is x equals 0, plus 17.9, which is about 1977. I mean, 1977.9 is the same thing as 1977. We're still in the year 1977. It's got 0.9, just tell us which month. Alright, that's the answer. Now for question B, what is the maximum number of abortions in this year? So we have the x. You do not want to, so all we need to do, plug in the x. So y is equal, so we're looking for y values because we're looking for number of abortions. So all we need to do is plug in this number. So in other words, we're looking for the y coordinate of the vertex. So if we plug it in, so negative 3.588. If you plug it into x, plug in 17.9, so it was x squared, now it's 17.9 squared, plus 128.565 times 17.9, plus 260.579. So use your calculator. If you do so, you're supposed to get 1412.26, which is 1412. And remember, this is in thousands, so thousands. So 1,000 inmates. It's 1412,000. For question C, what was the number of abortions in the USA in 1990? So we can't plug in 1990 for x. We need to plug in the number of years after 1970. So 1990 corresponds to what x? 1970 to 1990 is 20 years. So we need to plug in x equal 20. So therefore y equal negative 3.588 times 20 squared plus 128.565 times 20 plus 260.579. Use your calculator, which is equal to 1397.67. So it's just 1397 abortions. So it's 1397 abortions. Question D, in what year the number of abortions in the USA was 1350,000? So we know the y is equal to 1350. because y is in thousands, and we're looking for x, and then once we find the x, then we can find the year, because x is just a number of years after 1970. So the y is given 1350, in other words, negative 3.588x squared plus 128.565x plus 260.79. This is the y value, and it's equal, we said we want this to be equal to 1350, and we need to solve for x. So how do we solve for x? This is quadratic functions. We need to have a 0 on the right side, so we can use quadratic formula. To get a 0 on the right side, we need to subtract 1350 from both sides. If we do that, we get negative 3.588x squared plus 128.565x. Now 260.579 minus 1350 will give you minus 1089.421. Now all we do is use quadratic formula. Quadratic formula says x equal minus b, which is minus 128.565, minus plus square root b squared is 128.565 squared minus 4 times a times c. 4 times a is negative 3.588, and then c is negative 1089.42. And then everything is divided by 2 times a, which is negative 3.588. So x is equal negative 128.565 minus or plus square root. So 128.565 squared is 16,528.25 minus, and if we multiply 4 times negative 3.588 times negative 1089.42, we'll get 15,635.35. And the denominator multiply 2 times negative 3.5888, we get negative 7.176. Now x is equal negative 128.565 minus a plus square root if we do the subtraction, we get 893.6. And this is two numbers. X is equal so square root will be minus 128.565 minus a plus. Square root of 893 will be 29.89. So this is two numbers. If we use the minus one, let me rewrite both of them. Minus 128.565. Here's one number. And then here's the second one. Plus 29.89 divided by negative 7.17. If you're using a calculator, make sure you do the parentheses here. So if you do that, The minus 1 is going to give you 22.08. The plus 1 will give you 13.75. This means that the year is 1970 plus 22.08, which is what is it? 1992. Of course, 0.08 is still, the year is still 1992. And then here, this means that the year is 1970 plus, is it 19? Yep, 1970 plus 13.75, which is, the year is 1983. We ignore the 0.75, it only tells us what month in the year. And that's it for this problem.